So, if your idea of a small premium crossover is something with a sloped roofline and almost looks like an overgrown compact hatchback, then you're in luck because this segment has hit a growth spurt. Until recently, it was just the BMW X2 and the Lexus UX that offered dynamic looking alternatives to the likes of the X1, Mercedes GLA, Audi Q3 or Volvo XC40. But now, Audi went and built a Sportback version of the Q3 so as to give younger buyers another option to consider. Unlike the regular Q3, this new variant is rocking a black single frame grille and an upward sweeping beltline to go with the less practical but more visually appealing roofline. The Sportback also comes with a plastic body cladding, a rackish rear window, and a new bumper design. Of course, if it's sporty you want, you can't do much better in this segment than a crossover that looks more like a taller 1 Series than a shorter X1. Like this latest Audi model, the BMW X2 also features a sloping roof, prominent shoulders, tailgate mounted spoiler and body cladding. However, you could argue that it's less of an SUV coupe and more of a tweener of sorts. So how do these two compare on paper? For starters, the Audi is a bit bigger, measuring 176.5 inches in length. It's 72.8 inches in width and 62.4 inches in height. Its wheelbase, meanwhile, is 105.5 inches long. The X2, on the other hand, is 171.6 inches long, 71.8 inches wide, and stands at 60 inches tall with 105.1 inch long wheelbase. The Q3 Sportback also has a bigger trunk with 530 litres available to you with the rear seats upright. Fold everything and you get 1,525 litres of space. Wow. The BMW has a notably smaller luggage compartment at 470 litres with the seats in place at 1,355 litres. So in terms of performance, Audi is only unveiling 2 versions of the Q3 Sportback at launch. That's the 35 TDI S-Tronic model and a 45 TFSI Quattro S-Tronic variant. Here's how the latter compares to a turbo gasoline X2. The Q3 Sportback 45 TFSI Quattro is a 2-litre turbo, 227 horsepower and 350 Newton meters. It goes from 0 to 62 in 6.5 seconds. The X2 xDrive 2-litre turbo has 228 horsepower, 350 Newton meters, and it goes from 0 to 62 in 6.5 seconds. So basically they're the same when it comes to performance. And regardless of which crossover you buy, so the power is the same. When it comes to tech, and if that's something that's very important to you, the dashboard of the Q3 Sportback is identical to the one in the regular Q3, meaning if it features a 10.25 digital gauge cluster as standard and a 10.1-inch infotainment display, pay extra and you get the 12.3-inch instrument cluster instead to go with your motion-activated tailgate, ambient lighting, and so on. Interestingly enough, you can't get the X2 with a fully digital gauge cluster, whereas its standard infotainment system only has a 6.5-inch display. The optional one measures 8.8 inches, which is still less than the standard one in the Audi. But yeah, in the end, you can definitely argue in favor of the Audi, being a slightly more modern car than the BMW as far as their interiors are concerned. Otherwise, I reckon most buyers will simply choose the car that appeals more to them in terms of pricing and styling. Which one would you go with?